I'm going to talk about the different chords of the key. This is from the Piano Theory Workbook, Book 5 from the Leonard series. So with this lesson, they're talking about the chords of the key. And in this work page, it's in the key of C. So we're going to relate everything to the key of C. So we have 3 primary chords, which they color code them in the green. So our 3 primary chords, in the major key, it will be Roman numeral, capital Roman numeral. So we have Roman numeral 1 is the first scale degree. Roman numeral 4 is the 4th, and then the 5, which is the 5th. So there's also secondary triads. So secondary triads, they color code yellow. So the secondary triads are minor, and we can see they're lowercase. So lowercase 2, a lowercase 3, and then 6. One red one, so this one is diminished. So there's one diminished triad in a scale of a major scale. So this is all in the key of C. So if we're starting with C, C is 1, D is 2, E is 3, F is 4, G is 5, A is 6, B is 7. So 1 is a major chord. Now 2 is minor, 3 is minor, 4 is major, 5 is major, 6 is minor, the 7th is diminished. So with the diminished chord, you have the little degree symbol on there. So now for the bottom part here is just remembering it's the bass clef. So they start the example with a D chord. So in the key of C, D is the 2nd pitch of the scale, the 7th tone of the scale. So knowing the key signature of C, it's all white keys. So you just start from D, you go up a 3rd, and then up another 3rd. And that's it, ends up being a D minor. Now, because this is in the bass clef, this starts on A, so build the A chord, but it looks like it's lower. Oh, I mean, it is definitely lower, but if you count from C, you start down here then, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's going to be the 6th chord of the scale, the 6th tone of the scale, which gives you the A minor chord. When we look over here, we see the 6 is lowercase, minor. So, moving on to the next one, bass clef, that's a C. So, it's in the key of C, so that makes it the 1 chord. Now the next one, we see we're going from a C, we're going down a step. So if you go down a step, you can think backwards, or you can think from the low C up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There you have that diminished chord. So it's the 7 and it's diminished. And our next one, F. So our F chord, we count 1, 2, 3, 4. It's the 4 chord. Now I should start counting down here because it's the bass clef, but it's because the camera. Okay, anyways, if you start from C, go up to F, 1, 2, 3, 4. There you have your 4 chord. So that would be Roman numeral 4, which is our primary chord. And then here we have bass clef, so it's G. So what's a G chord? It'll be all the way down here. So we can think down, or we can think up. So it's all mathematical. C, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, C, D, E, F, G. So G is the 5 chord, and we can hear it sounds major. And then our last chord starts on E. So we'll be here. So if we start on C, 1, 2, 3, E is 3. So E would be 3, the secondary chord. The next 2 pages are the same. Same color coding, just a little bit different how they put it. And this is in the key of G. So you're doing the same thing, but in the key of G. So G would be 1. And then A would be 2. B. Gotta remember that G, the F sharp in the key of G. Minor. There's your 4th chord, major. Have to remember the sharp. There's the 5 chord, which is a major chord. The 6th chord is minor. Oops. And there's your diminished chord, F sharp. And then you're back to G. The next page is in the key of F. So now you're doing the same thing in the key of F. So remember, there's the 3 primary chords, the 3 secondary chords, and 1 diminished. So that's with all the major keys. Okay, so that is the chords of the key, juggling triads, and triads encore.